24, 25, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, ready, fight.
Hello and welcome to the Paul Airsoft page. This is call sign Bigfoot, aka Trey Little, and I am here with my good friend
Jason, also known as Doc, or Gun Doctor.
Gun Doctor. Yes. Yeah. We're here to bring you a little bit of field footage from my helmet cam at the Black Market CQB Arena, located in Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see here. Jason, what did you think about the field?
I thought it was awesome.
Oh, for sure.
They did a lot with the space they had and packed a lot of obstacles into the space, and it flowed well.
Yeah,
there weren't a lot of traps. There weren't any dead ends.
Yeah, for sure. They used the space really well. I think it was well balanced. I mean, having it being 14,000 square feet compared to what we've been used to at the 6,000, 5,000 square feet.
Yeah, not even that.
Not even that at the local field we used to play at.
2,500.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely it's more of a theme park for us when we get to go to these fields that are bigger, and especially in a CQB environment, because we've kind of thirsty for CQB for the past, I don't know how long, a year. It's been a year since our local field had to move locations and get rid of the indoor CQB. So we've been kind of stuck in the field environment lately for our team, but being fortunate enough to play at this field was really a treat for us. And the reason I say we're fortunate is because recently, I think about a month after this was filmed,
not even that.
Yeah, not even a month after this was filmed, the field sadly had to close down because of safety conditions.
There's structural problems. It was falling apart.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about Black Market CQB, it was basically a field located underneath a very, very old building, probably older than my grandmother and her grandmother. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. It was a very old field located underneath an old building in an old part of Kansas City.
It was right around the time they invented the wheel.
Yep. Invented the wheel. Yeah, basically. But sadly, the field did get shut down with it doesn't look like any chance of it returning to that location because the renovation would just be way too ridiculous. It's very condemned. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we are glad we got to play there at least one time. It would have been awesome because we were eventually planning on. This is actually our first time playing at this field, by the way. We were planning on returning definitely in the future. And, many times. We were going to go there
on a
basically
monthly basis.
With it being about 3.5 to 4 hours away from where we were at, I mean, we're still so passionate about what we love that just a 3-4 hour drive every weekend would be nothing for us. I mean, just as long as we get to do what we love doing, and especially in a CQB environment for a change, it's really fun to do because we're just mostly.
And they had it set up really nice. So
oh yeah,
it was well worth the trip.
Yeah. One cool thing about this field is everything was modular. If you notice, if you look at some of the structure that I'm walking around right now, everything is on wheels, like you said. It's all changeable. At the end of the day,
they changed it during the game.
Yeah, they changed it during.
Took them 5 minutes.
Which is cool because you go there, sit down, have your drink with your friend, just chill. You walk back out on the field expecting to be the same thing. You walk back out there, some stuff's changed around, so it gives you something to look forward to. Not only weeks in between, but within minutes is something different. It's cool. Having that modularity in the field, I think, is really important for every field to have. Because if you're playing the same thing over and over again, it's similar to a Call of Duty map or a Battlefield map. You know what's there. You know what to expect. And people
find places to hide. And they just sit there in the corner.
Yep, and that makes it not fun.
For people.
For sure. It just gives those little sneaky spots for people to sit in, like you said.
The death tunnels.
Oh yeah, for sure. There was a death tunnel at this place. Just one. Yeah, as you can see right here. Yeah, and the gameplay you're watching right now, one of my friends, was it Jacob or Jordan?
It was Jacob.
Yeah. I went around this corner. He plays on my team, but we were on opposite teams. I went around a corner on him, trying to pie the corner the best I could. And I heard a safety, and just naturally, if I hear a safety first before I even see somebody in my line of sight, I'll call it just out of respect for the game. Just let them have that, have that fun of calling the safety on me. But I wasn't too happy with this one because I did turn around the corner, and there was a grenade in my face without a pulled pin. So I basically got a safety called on me with an unpulled grenade pin. or unpulled a grenade without a pin with a pin in it, which was very interesting to me. It was a first for me. I've been playing Airsoft for about 7 years now. Jason, how long have you been playing?
His logic was if you shot him, he would just drop the grenade in a real life situation. The grenade would drop and he would basically he would jihad you, basically, is what he said.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, out of the 7 years I've been playing,
that makes sense.
I've never had that happen. That was
booby trap.
that was definitely a first for me. Never had that happen in my life. I mean, I did, as you can tell by the profanity I used in this video, I was a little upset with it at first, but then, you know, that's the thing about Airsoft. If you get upset, the upsetness is only temporary, if that's even a word. But you do shrug it off.
It is now.
It is now,
You're
exactly.
just
But you do shrug it off, which is a good thing to always do. Don't ever hold stuff against other people. You know, if I see somebody
It's just a game.
It's just a game. You're just, you know, in the end,
Shake it
we
off.
look all cool out there. And
Rub some dirt on it.
Oh yeah. You know, in the end of Airsoft, I still find it funny, and I'm one of them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm one of the people who go all out in their gear, and you know, we think we're so cool out there and stuff, and people get these egos like they're a super soldier from, like, they think they're Master Chief or whatever. But in the end, we're a bunch of nerds LARPing, playing with BB guns. You know, it's really what it is. It's just for fun. And when I first started, it's LARP sim, LARPerator. We're LARPerators. Yeah, definitely. And that's just one of the cool things about Airsoft. It's just a way to, you know, escape the average everyday realities and become that super soldier, quote unquote, you want to become, I guess. It just gives you a way to, you know, for some people it's anger management. What about you, Jason? Anger management?
I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie, and I get that from this sport. So I'm not out on a fast motorcycle risking my life.
Yeah.
I can get this, and it's safe.
Oh, and
it's a lot safer
that's one thing about this. It's awesome for all ages. You don't need to go jump off a building and parachute or do that stuff to get that adrenaline rush. You get just as much of an adrenaline rush with this, you know, compared to going on a roller coaster. Like me, I'm personally like afraid of heights. I won't do roller coasters. I won't do any of that. But with this sport or activity or hobby, whatever you want to call it, it really helps for me to express that, or, you know, get that adrenaline rush I always kind of need for every weekend after you know, just working all weekend. You just want to go chill, you know. But yeah, for sure.
It's good exercise too.
Oh yeah. That I used to actually weigh about like 300 pounds, and I won't give all the credit to Airsoft, but I will give a lot of it to it. I went from
stopped drinking pop too.
Yeah, I stopped drinking soda, which helped a lot, and I switched to iced tea, which is actually.
That was me.
I just shot Jason in that.
I still have the scars on my arm from that one.
Oh, that's fun.
You could have gone for the vest, but no.
I could have, but
no.
I always shoot for the love handles. If you don't know anything about Airsoft,
No, it was my arm.
Arm.
Yeah, it was my left arm.
Well, still, skin shots in general hurt, especially
nice
at this
welts.
field. Now, one thing about this field that I thought was different, not necessarily bad, but it was definitely different. Bad for some people, like Jason I just shot, is this field had a very unique rule. The majority of Airsoft fields I've played at have had a 350 FPS limit for indoor CQB with a 5 foot minimum engagement distance. 5 to 10 foot minimum engagement distance. Now this field, I called it savage rules because the reason for that being, you had this field, close quarters combat, 14,000 square feet, still a fairly good size with these long range engagements like I'm doing right here in this part of the video. I'm engaging some people at, you know, over 25 feet, but you'd still have those tight corners. This field had a 400 FPS limit with no minimum engagement, so
and
there was
you could burst.
Yeah, and full auto,
burst.
and full auto.
Well, 3-second burst, but
3
still.
second burst. They didn't recommend full auto, but we had the ability to do it, which I thought was a little out of the ordinary for Airsoft. I mean, but then again, if you're going Airsoft expecting not to get pain of some sort, because Airsoft does sting, you know, but you know, the pain is temporary. The honor of the sport lasts a lot longer than the pain does. So that's kind of what I always like to look at when I play Airsoft. The pain is temporary. The honor is, you know, forever, really. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Because, you know, Airsoft is a sport about honor. What do you think, Jason?
I agree.
You agree? Good.
Yes.
I know. I'm such a cheesy Airsoft role model guy.
I don't think that there could really be any improvements on this field.
Yeah.
Maybe some of their, like during the briefing they said that there was a minimum engagement and you could call safety, but then later on they said, oh, well, it's optional on the safety.
Yeah.
So that was kind of confusing, and I had people, I would safety them and then they'd turn around and shoot me. and so they needed to clarify that rule.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Just for them to be
that
a
was
little more
my
clear on the
only
rules.
that was my only gripe.
And that has
Really.
happened with fields I've been to before, is if you go on the internet, look at the rules, and the rules that day might be a little different. So the rules do fluctuate a little bit. So there is parts in this video where you can see me shooting people at within 5 feet with my, my gun shooting sub 400, like 398 FPS, almost 400 on the dot. Which is
I would love to see this particular group of Black Ops. I would love to see them, or not Black Ops, Black Market.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I was just at the.
Yeah, that's okay.
I would love to see them open another field. I like the way they run things. I like the group of guys that they had working for them and with them.
Yeah, it was
and
run
the
by
group of guys that were playing down there were awesome too.
Yeah, it was
they were
run
calling
really
their
well.
hits. They were, they were good sports. You hit them, they called their hits, and you still saw them in the loadout area, and still have a conversation with them even after you just got done shooting them. So
exactly. Yeah, and
pretty good group of guys.
we have seen a lot of. Been to a lot of fields in my life. Jason has too. Been all over the country, kind of playing airsoft, and this is definitely one of the places I will remember. I mean, it's cool to think that we got to go here at least one time before it shut down, which is sad because
very sad.
now in
that
Kansas
it shut
City
down.
and the immediate area around Kansas City, there's not really any places to play CQB
You have
besides
to go
the
all
MAC.
the way to Wisconsin and Chicago,
Oh yeah, there's
or Denver.
a few in Denver, yeah.
Denver,
For sure there's a few in
yeah,
Denver.
which is pretty far for us.
But for sure, yeah.
Or
But
Minneapolis has a few.
Yeah. But we are very glad we got to go here, experience it. At least experience the field once before it sadly did get shut down. But it's just stuff like this. Just keep it in your memory. The field may be gone, but it will always be in your memory.
We got a lot of pictures and footage, so
Oh yeah, that was awesome for sure.
we need to get that VR footage.
Yeah, for sure. And this does conclude our video for today. Actually, we're running short on time. Sorry, Jason.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in today, guys. Appreciate you guys watching if you guys stuck around for the whole thing. And yeah, that's about it, Jason.
Yep.
What do you think, Jason? Any more input?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We do appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, click that like button if you enjoyed it. And we're going to really start trying to push out more and more content as we, do more commentary, gameplay footage. And we want to offer what we really can to the Airsoft community to either help improve others, improve ourselves, just stuff like that. For sure. But yeah, thank you guys.